You scroll through endless glowing reviews, but get to the store, only to be totally dazed. Are the food rankings on major platforms actually worth anything? As consumers, our trust in merchants has been completely eroded by the click farming industry. Looking at those high-scoring stores on the rankings, you think following the must-eat hits will save you the trouble. When you excitedly rush to the store, you realize it's not a treat but a total headache. You were promised time-honored craftsmanship, but what's served are just prepared meals. Either the flavors aren't as advertised, or the service is so terrible you want to flip the table. It's nothing like what the reviews describe. These high-score rankings are heavily inflated with fake data. Our rankings aren't inherently evil, they've long been part of the traffic-driven business. Hi everyone, I'm Kanchai. Today, let's put the click farming industry in the spotlight. First, let's look at a pretty absurd reality. Nowadays, merchants who want to get on the rankings don't even bother thinking about how to cook great food. Instead, just like the entertainment industry, they focus first on how to manipulate their data. It's essentially a full-blown fan circle culture to juice their numbers. Some stores have ported their entire takeaway strategy over to their dine-in business. They offer freebies at every table or hand out cashback for positive review cards. They guide customers to take photos, praise the freshness of the dishes, and give them 10 yuan back. As the saying goes, where there's demand, there's a market. Since everyone's playing the game this way, it has naturally spawned a full-scale internet water army industry. Search for review ghostwriters and you'll find AI-generated testimonials at just a few yuan. Each they sound even more vivid than real customer reviews. Merchants also know exactly how to play the platform's algorithm by faking reviews. They can land right at the top of the search results. Inflating sales figures helps stores get recommended on popular lists. As a result, some people have started pulling a double-sided scam. They hire people to spam 5-star reviews for themselves, while anonymously bombing competitors with 1-star ratings. This forces legitimate small businesses to either join the click farming army or be squeezed out and lose all their traffic. The funniest part is that this fake data actually looks incredibly convincing. With a 4.8 rating, the comments are full of local recommendations and repeat customers. At first glance, it looks even more authentic than genuine praise. But when tourists follow these reviews to the shop, they're left utterly dazed and confused. They eventually realize they were just a cog in the merchant's fake praise machine, just another victim of the images are for reference only game. What is the core problem with these traditional lists? To put it simply, they prioritize content over actual behavior, relying on users to write reviews. But the cost of spamming those reviews is only a dozen yuan. Hire a few professional ghostwriters and you can mass produce fake consumer experiences. As for those lifestyle posts and short videos on social media, once the filters are on and the BGM starts playing, even the most mediocre joint can give off Michelin vibes. But when consumers actually arrive at the store, they might find the picture-perfect backdrop of that internet-famous shop was just a temporary rental for the influencers. The so-called chef signature dish might just be a semi-finished frozen product bought online. The platform algorithms only recognize likes and saves regardless of whether you're swearing at the service or just paying the bill in silent frustration. After all, beyond the demands of the merchants, the platforms also rely on GMV to survive, so they often turn a blind eye. Consequently, we consumers end up being the suckers getting fleeced. We pick a shop based on the rankings only to waste our money on a disastrous experience and end up cursing. I'm done with these trash lists. They're a total lose-lose for everyone. But on September 10, our map launched its street patrol list, claiming to let users vote with their feet and remain immune to click farming. By October 3, just 23 days after its launch, the AMAP Street Patrol list had already amassed over 400 million users, reaching nearly 50 of AMAP's monthly active users. This level of penetration is actually quite staggering. I tried out the Street Patrol list myself during the National Day holiday, and it's no wonder everyone is flocking to it, because its ranking logic is based directly on real user behavior, making it nearly impossible to manipulate with pay-to-win tactics. What do traditional lists look at? What did the reviews say? How many stars were given? But what about the AMAP Street Patrol list? How far did you travel to visit that shop? How many times did you go? Are you likely to return? Powering this is AMAP's massive behavioral database, with 1 billion users and 180 million daily actives, 120 million daily lifestyle service searches, and 1.5 billion kilometers of daily navigation distance. It's like 1/7 of China's population is voting with their feet on AMAP. At this scale, Click farming operations just can't compete, and behavior alone isn't the only factor. Map added a credit buff by integrating Alipay's Sesame credit. Data from users with a credit score of 600 or more is given more weight. As for burner accounts or low credit Click farmers, their input means nothing. With this strategy, Click farmers would have to hire real people to actually navigate it. Physically visit stores, make real purchases, and maintain high credit accounts. Cost would skyrocket, making it nearly impossible to fake. Now, some of you might be wondering, can Alipay's list really be 100 authentic? To be honest, that's a tall order. After all, small vendors might not know how to fake behavioral data, while well-funded major players can use cheap deals to drive traffic and squeeze them out, making it easier for them to dominate the top rankings. But at least it has opened a breach in the status quo. It proves that rankings can rely on authenticity rather than fake ratings. What kind of list does the market actually need? During the National Day holiday, the actions of 400 million users have provided the answer. For consumers, they finally don't have to be played for fools anymore. With the Street Patrol list, you can at least tell if a shop is truly popular, or just a traffic star propped up by a mountain of cash. When rankings are no longer propped up by fake reviews, and when consumers voting with their feet directly impacts the ranking, those internet famous shops relying on fake data will naturally be weeded out, while hidden gems that focus on quality will finally get the chance to shine. Can AMAP's Street Patrol list be the ultimate game changer? I can't say for sure, but I do know this: we've all been waiting way too long for a list that doesn't lie.